Hello everyone, and welcome to Everything Anime, a place where we take a look at anime and animation to determine whether or not it's worth your time and money. Here, we grade animation on a 4-point scale: music, art style, popularity, and story. I'm your host, Dizzazzter, so sit back, grab a snack, as I bring to you Everything Anime. Last time on Everything Anime Z, we watched as the Z Fighters dealt with killer androids and time travel. The theme in this saga is might and magic, and this isn't a game, it's Dragon Ball Z, the BUU Saga. Let's take a look at the characters that we're going to see in this part of the saga. Goku, Pikkon, King Kai, West Kai, South Kai, East Kai, Grand Kai, Goten, Videl, Chi-Chi, Vegeta, Piccolo, Shin, Kibito, Krillin, Trunks, Android 18, Mr. Satan, Bulma, Yamcha, Master Roshi, Babidi, Dabura, Majin Buu, Gotenks, and Old Kai. We pick up with Goku in Otherworld. He meets the other Kais and a new rival, Pikkon. Pikkon and Goku are sent to Hell to stop the Ginyu Force, Frieza, and Cell from escaping. Goku takes out the Ginyu Force easily as Pikkon beats Frieza, Cell, and King Cole. Grand Kai holds a tournament. The winner of the tournament will receive training from Grand Kai, which is a high honor in Otherworld. The two strongest fighters, Goku and Pikkon, easily advance to the finals and face each other in a fierce battle. They both were disqualified for touching the ceiling, but Grand Kai agreed to train both of them in about 200 to 300 years. On Earth, Gohan, now a teen, heads to school. It's apparent he left the fighting lifestyle behind in favor for his school studies, but not completely. He dresses up sometimes like a superhero to fight crime, calling himself the Great Saiyaman. A girl from his school figures out who Gohan is and wants Gohan to teach her to fly, and gets him to enter the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament coming up. Videl is the daughter of the current World Martial Arts Tournament champion, Mr. Satan, who everyone thought killed Cell because during the Cell games, the last things the people saw was Satan knocking the cameras over. No one else ever saw any of the Z Fighters actually beat Cell, so they all thought that Mr. Satan beat Cell, and he just went with it. We are also introduced to Goten, Goku's second son. The day of the tournament arrives, and Goku is granted 24 hours of life to enter the tournament. Everyone is surprised to see Goku, and he in turn is surprised to see Krillin with hair. Number 18 is with Krillin, and Goten is the son that he never got to meet. The World Martial Arts Tournament Junior Division starts. Goten and Trunks are obviously the strongest fighters, and they end up making it to the finals. And they fight against each other, and they both cheat a whole bunch. They do a whole bunch of things they're not supposed to do. But in the end, Trunks wins. The Z Fighters then meet Shin and Kibito. Piccolo thinks Shin is the Supreme Kai. Videl is tortured by her opponent, Spopovich. Gohan cannot take any more, so he flies in and he saves her. And then he's attacked by Spopovich and has his energy drained. Shin then exposes himself as the Supreme Kai and explains that a wizard named Babidi is trying to resurrect a monster named BUU, who is supposed to be the strongest in the universe. The Z Fighters leave the tournament to find Babidi's ship and stop him before he releases BUU. They meet Dabura, a powerful fighter, who kills Kibito and turns Piccolo and Krillin to stone. The Z Fighters follow Dabura into the ship and have to fight 3 fighters before they reach Babidi. Fighting in the ship transfers the energy directly to BUU, which will wake him up. Back at the World Martial Arts Tournament, only 18 and Mr. Satan are left, and 18 lets him win for 20 million zenny. Goku beats his opponent, and Gohan fights Dabura until Dabura senses evil in Vegeta. Dabura cancels his fight with Gohan and gets Babidi to put a spell on Vegeta, making him evil Majin Vegeta, which makes Vegeta revert back into his evil state, but it also makes him more powerful. Goku and Vegeta engage in an earth-shattering battle until Babidi says that BUU's energy is full and he is about to be reborn. Majin Buu is kid-like, and the Z Fighters watch as Dabura attacks BUU because he doesn't understand this weird creature. He doesn't like him, he doesn't like his behavior, so he goes and attacks him. He actually manages to hurt BUU, but BUU just regenerates. He just brushes off the damage like nothing ever happened. So BUU turns to fight Gohan. They start fighting, and he is just blown away by BUU. And Gohan survived the attack, but he is unable to continue fighting. He is pretty much out of the battle. So Dabura attacks BUU again. He's angry. He just brushed him off like, hey, I'm here and I'm angry. I want to attack you. And BUU really doesn't even care. So Dabura attacks BUU again, and BUU turns Dabura into a cookie and eats him. So Majin Vegeta tricks Goku He says they can postpone their fight just so they can go and fight Babidi and BUU. And I forgot to mention that Babidi's father's name, the guy who created BUU, his name is Bibidi. So you have Bibidi, Babidi, and BUU. But just as Goku starts to trust Vegeta, Vegeta chops Goku in the back of the neck, knocking him out. Vegeta takes Goku's Sensu Bean and flies off to go fight BUU alone. So when Vegeta gets to BUU, they start fighting, and Vegeta is doing amazing. He is just decimating BUU. He's hitting him all over the place, destroying him. But BUU just regenerates, and at a certain point, Vegeta's getting tired, and BUU can just heal from anything that he does, so there's no way for him to beat something like that. BUU gets a little angry, powers up, and he completely shuts Vegeta down. Vegeta has no hope of winning, and he does the only thing he can think of, to kill BUU, which is detonate himself like a gigantic bomb. Bulma gathers the Dragon Balls and wishes all the people killed that morning of the World Martial Arts Tournament to be revived. Kibito finds Shin and Gohan, and he heals them, and then he teleports them to the Kai's planet, where Gohan trains with the Z-Sword. Goku on Earth starts to teach Goten and Trunks how to fuse, but BUU is destroying cities, so he sends Trunks to go get the Dragon Radar before it's destroyed. Goku then stalls BUU by showing him the different levels and the different transformations that Saiyans can undertake, from being a Saiyan at natural state, to being a Super Saiyan, to being a Super Saiyan 2, to being a Super Saiyan 3. Goku also tells BUU that a strong fighter will be coming to fight him soon. If he can just hold off killing for 2 days, that fighter will come and find him and destroy him. Trunks finds the radar, so Goku leaves via instant transmission. BUU finally had enough of Babidi's ranting and raving and berating him, and just destroys him. So Goku, being in the Super Saiyan 3 state, actually shortened the amount of time that he could be on Earth. So he has to leave, and he has to leave the training of Goten and Trunks to Piccolo. They need to finish learning how to fuse. So they spend a lot of time training and practicing, and they finally get it right, and they create a new character, Gotenks. Gotenks is so full of himself that he tries to go and fight BUU by himself. BUU just splatters them all over the place. In Otherworld, Goku finds Gohan as he breaks the Z-Sword, and Old Kai comes out of it. Old Kai agrees to use his mystic powers to make Gohan super powerful. Mr. Satan on Earth, being the Earth champion and all, is kind of forced to go where BUU is and try to do something. And what happens in a funny turn of events is that Mr. Satan actually befriends BUU. They become such good friends that Mr. Satan brings BUU a puppy, and it's almost kind of like a little family for BUU, until Satan and the puppy are shot by 2 idiots. BUU heals Satan and the puppy, but he can't control his anger anymore. His anger seeps out of him into this manifestation of evil BUU. They start fighting, and good BUU is turned into a cookie and eaten by evil BUU. He then transforms into Super BUU. Super BUU is kind of a better form for him to fight in, because he's bigger, but he's still agile. But this new Super BUU can detect ki, so he flies to the lookout and he demands to fight the strong fighter that Goku had promised would come find him. Now he's 1 day early, and the Z fighters beg for time. They're like, hey, the fighter's not ready to fight you. We need time. And Piccolo suggests that BUU wipe out all the rest of the people on Earth, because he knows he can just resurrect them with the Dragon Balls. So BUU walks around and in one huge attack destroys all the populace of Earth, except Mr. Satan, and we think Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu. They get Goten and Trunks to go into the hyperbolic time chamber while Piccolo stalls BUU, so that they can get some training, and hopefully by the time Piccolo gets there, they'll be well prepared to give BUU the thrashing of his life. So Piccolo and BUU finally get to the time chamber. Trunks and Goten fuse and become Gotenks and start fighting BUU. To Piccolo, it looks like they're kind of playing around and they're losing very, very badly. So Piccolo thinks the only thing that he can do to ensure that BUU will no longer be able to hurt anyone else is to blow up the door, which will trap them in that room for all of eternity. So at this point, BUU realizes that he'll never leave this room, and the thought of him never having sweets again enrages him. So he screams at the top of his lungs and increases his power so much and screams and screams and screams, he actually punches a hole in time and space and exits the hyperbolic time chamber. Now it's only Piccolo and Gotenks stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber. Gotenks reveals he can transform into a Super Saiyan 3, which would give him more power. Power enough that maybe him and Piccolo combined can do the same thing that BUU did. They power up and scream at the top of their lungs and are able to punch a hole through time and space right into the lookout tower. So again, Gotenks and BUU start fighting. But after a little bit, Gotenks splits back into Goten and Trunks. At this point, there is no hope for them to win. In Otherworld, Gohan is done being powered up by Old Kai, and he is instant transmission to Earth. He confronts BUU in his powered up state and is badly beating him, tearing him apart. It is the worst beating BUU has received since he left Babidi's control. So BUU, taking a page from Vegeta's book, tries to blow himself up. So BUU survived the explosion and just regenerated. But this time he hid until Goten and Trunks could fuse again. He tricks the Z-Fighters to think that he wants to fight Gotenks again. As soon as the boys fuse, BUU absorbs them, which powers BUU up immensely. At this point, Gohan is nowhere near as powerful as BUU, and he is taking an awful beating. Okai, seeing how events are being played out, gives his life so Goku can live again, and then gives him the Potara rings. These fuse two beings together. Supreme Kai and Kibito demonstrate before they find out that the fusion is permanent. So Goku goes back to Earth to fuse with Gohan, but Gohan drops one of the Potaras. The fusion of Gotenks wears off in BUU, and he becomes less powerful, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku thinks he can handle BUU without the fusion. But then BUU desperately absorbs Gohan and Piccolo for even more power, making him more powerful than a Goku at Super Saiyan 3. All of a sudden, Vegeta appears on Earth. He was granted 24 hours of life, like Goku was. So Vegeta grabs one of the Potara and Goku has the other one, and they put it on, and they are fused into Vegeta. I mean, this was like their last hope because fighting BUU separately, they were getting mangled. Vegeta is more powerful than anything BUU has ever faced in the universe. BUU uses magic to turn Vegeta into a coffee-flavored jawbreaker, and Vegeta is just shooting through his mouth. He's basically a bullet the size of a candy, just hitting him and punching him, and he's such a tiny object, BUU can't even defend himself against it. So he turns Vegeta back into Vegeta and not the candy. So BUU goes back to his old tricks and just tries to absorb Vegeta, and he thinks he's won the battle. Inside of BUU, though, we find out that Vegeta purposely let himself be absorbed so that he could save Gohan, Goten, Piccolo, and Trunks. But when Vegeta gets inside of BUU, he instantaneously splits back into Goku and Vegeta. They find the Z-Fighters in these kind of pink fleshy pods along with the good BUU, and they decide to cut the good BUU loose from the bad BUU. They escape BUU's body, and without the good BUU attached, BUU goes into another transformation. His most evil form yet, Kid BUU, his original form. Kid BUU is insane. He just immediately laughs and just tries to destroy the Earth. Actually, he doesn't try, he does it. He just destroys the Earth, killing Gohan, Goten, Piccolo, and Trunks, and anyone else that was on it. Now, Goku and Vegeta, along with Mr. Satan and Dende, are saved by Kibito Kai and teleported to the Kai planet. But BUU, in this new, more powerful state, just teleports to Otherworld and starts wreaking havoc. Goku and Vegeta have no choice but to lead him to where they are, so they power up. Goku and Vegeta both fight BUU, but neither of them can beat him. He's just too powerful. And all of a sudden, Kid BUU spits out Good BUU, and him and the Good BUU start to fight. Kibito Kai takes Dende to New Namek to wish the Earth back and all the people who weren't really evil. So Vegeta is wished back to life as well because he wasn't truly evil. Goku takes the opportunity to try to build a spirit bomb while Kid BUU and Good BUU are fighting, until Kid BUU finally decimates Good BUU and turns his sights to Vegeta. Vegeta is able to hold him off for just a little bit until he is literally unable to move. But he bought Goku enough time to finish the spirit bomb. But Goku is extremely worn out, and he pushes the spirit bomb toward BUU. But BUU is so powerful that he's just pushing it right back. So Goku mentally asks Dende to make one final wish on the Dragon Balls to restore Goku's strength. Goku then transforms into a Super Saiyan and overwhelms Kid BUU with the spirit bomb, and it obliterates him into nothing. Everyone is ecstatic that BUU is gone. Later, they use the Dragon Balls to erase everyone's memory of the evil BUU so that the BUU that is existing now, the good BUU, can live in peace with Mr. Satan. And this ends the BUU Saga. Alright guys, so I hope you're ready for our map session. This is where we judge our anime by music, art style, popularity, and story. Music. I found the music in this saga pretty good. It's consistent with the series. It's playful during the slow moments and it's savory and tantalizing during the action parts. I didn't really have too many gripes with it, but it didn't wow me like the Android Saga music. I gave it a 23 out of 25. Art style. It's crisp, it's clean, it's colorful. What else could you ask for from a premiere anime of this caliber? I gave it a 24 out of 25. Popularity. A lot of people really love character development in this section of Dragon Ball Z. So a lot of these characters are very popular that were introduced in the BUU Saga. I give it a 22 out of 25. Story. This is my least favorite saga of Dragon Ball Z. It just felt like it dragged on and on. I mean, how do you kill an unkillable monster? If that's his shtick that you can't kill him, then you can't kill him. Like, they had to come up with a way to kill him. I mean, it just felt like it took them forever to get to the meat and potatoes of the anime, and I just wanted it to end. I gave it a 22 out of 25. So Dragon Ball Z, the BUU Saga, gets a 91. That's an A. So now what we do is we take all of our scores from the Saiyan Saga, a 92, the Namek Saga, a 89, the Android Saga, a 98, the BUU Saga, a 91. We add those together, divide by 4, and that gives Dragon Ball Z an overall score of 92.5. That's an A. That's quality anime right there. Dragon Ball Z is one of the most prolific, colorful, energetic, character-driven animes I have ever seen. This anime will wow you time and time again. It is a spectacle. And though I don't give you all the details in my reviews, I'm hopefully giving you guys enough to incite you to go and experience these works of cinematic and storytelling excellence. But nothing is as good as actually watching these anime for yourself. Well, nothing as good as everything anime. Make sure you come back soon, because I have much more anime to bring to you. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. That way, when I put out a new video, you'll know. I'm Dizzazzter, and make sure you come back for everything anime.